At his daughter.
And he's like, bro, Zena, where's Zena? Make sure she's alright. I'm like, yeah, no, she's alright, bro. I couldn't tell him.
Massive thuds and then a crash. I've come out front and seen this young girl.
It was pretty high speed and alcohol definitely factors, and it's rolled multiple times.
In the release it said that it was just off the road. Was it on like a well-used track or?
The Kakadu Highway is a sealed road.
Stop everything. Because what just happened doesn't feel like boxing news anymore. It feels like a warning. Anthony Joshua, Nigeria. A high-speed crash. 2 people dead. 1 heavyweight icon fighting for his life. And somehow, the loudest name echoing after the wreck isn't a politician, a promoter, or the police. It's Jake Paul. Think about this for a second. The boxing world was already on fire with accusations, scripted fights, money-driven matches, greed disguised as entertainment. Jake Paul gets battered, hospitalized, his mouth damaged, his confidence shattered. Critics go silent. The scripted fight narrative collapses. And just when the dust starts to settle, reality strikes harder than any punch. A mangled car. A Nigerian highway. Anthony Joshua rushed toward a hospital. And then comes Jake Paul's reaction, calm on the surface, unsettling underneath. A message so carefully worded that fans are now asking, was this sympathy or a signal? Why does tragedy keep intersecting with controversy? Why do these moments always arrive when the spotlight is hottest? And at what point do we stop calling it coincidence? Stay with me. Because once you hear what's being whispered behind closed doors, this story stops looking like an accident and starts looking like the most uncomfortable truth boxing has faced in years. Hold on to your seats, because what you're about to hear will shake the foundations of the boxing world. British heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua, the pride of the ring, has been injured in a deadly car crash near Lagos, Nigeria. 2 other people tragically lost their lives, and while the nation mourns, the drama is only just beginning. But here's the twist: Jake Paul, the brash YouTuber turned boxer who recently suffered a humiliating loss to Joshua, has just dropped a reaction so explosive, so ruthless. It's sending shockwaves through social media and fueling a scandal of epic proportions. Now, you might be thinking a car crash is tragic, but how could this spiral into a full-blown scandal? Well, welcome to the twisted world behind the scenes of fame, rivalry, and power plays where nothing is ever as simple as it seems. This is more than just an accident. It's a ticking time bomb ready to blow the lid off the boxing scene. Let's rewind and put the pieces together. Anthony Joshua, a 2-time world heavyweight champion, has been dominating the sport for years. Known for his power, discipline, and magnetic charisma, Joshua is a household name not only in Britain but worldwide. His recent bout with Jake Paul was billed as the clash of the century, or at least that's what the promoters wanted you to believe. The fight was brutal, fast, and shocking in its outcome. Jake Paul, who had been riding high on YouTube fame and a surprising undefeated streak, was knocked down hard by Joshua, leaving many to question if the internet sensation really belonged in the ring with a pro heavyweight. But what no one knew then was that the rivalry was far from over. Behind the glitz, Jake Paul has been plotting a comeback fueled by fury and bitterness. And now, with Joshua sidelined by this horrific crash, Jake's venomous words have ignited a war that promises to get dirtier before it's over. Sources close to the fighters reveal that tensions between Joshua and Jake Paul have been simmering long before the car crash. Some insiders claim that Jake's camp has been trying to capitalize on Joshua's Nigerian roots and the tragedy surrounding the crash to spin the narrative in Jake's favor. Others suggest darker possibilities, that this crash might not have been entirely accidental, and questions are being raised about the circumstances surrounding the incident. Here's what's been leaked so far. Joshua's vehicle reportedly collided with a stationary lorry while overtaking at high speed. But witnesses say the crash site was unusually chaotic, with conflicting accounts of how exactly the crash happened. Some eyewitnesses report seeing suspicious activity near the scene shortly before the crash, fueling speculation that foul play could be involved. Though authorities have officially stated that Joshua suffered only minor injuries and is in stable condition, the public isn't buying the official story just yet. Meanwhile, Jake Paul's reaction on social media has been anything but typical. In a cryptic post on X, formerly Twitter, he wrote, "Life is much more important than boxing, but insiders claim there's a thinly veiled threat lurking beneath the surface." Those close to Jake say he's gearing up to start a media campaign that will not only attack Joshua's image, but also expose secrets about his personal life and business dealings, secrets that could ruin him. Now, if you're thinking this sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood thriller, you're not far off. The fight between Joshua and Jake Paul has been shrouded in rumors for months. Some insiders have even hinted that their recent bout might have been partially scripted to boost pay-per-view numbers. Jake Paul, known for his hunger for fame and money, allegedly pressured promoters and fight officials to keep the fight real enough to draw viewers, but controlled enough to protect his reputation. This kind of behind-the-scenes manipulation isn't uncommon in boxing, but what makes this story stick is the high stakes involved. Joshua's Nigerian heritage ties him to powerful political and business interests, some of whom aren't pleased with the way Jake Paul's rise has overshadowed Joshua's carefully curated legacy. The crash, therefore, is not just a tragedy, but a potential flashpoint in a growing battle of influence and control. Adding fuel to the fire, leaked reports from anonymous insiders claim that Joshua had recently been involved in negotiating multi-million-dollar endorsement deals in Nigeria, including with major telecom and oil companies. These deals were set to skyrocket his earnings and deepen his ties to Nigeria's elite. But now, with his injuries putting a pause on his career, those deals hang in the balance, creating tension among his business partners. On the flip side, Jake Paul's camp is said to be working overtime to capitalize on the scandal. Sources say they have been releasing exclusive footage and photos to select media outlets, painting Joshua as reckless and careless. Meanwhile, Jake's social media activity has turned into a masterclass in trolling, with memes, reaction videos, and biting comments that keep fans divided and thirsty for more drama. Yet, amid the noise, one question remains unanswered. Was the crash truly an accident? Or is there a deeper plot at play, orchestrated by unseen hands seeking to topple one star to elevate another? As the investigation continues, official statements remain tight-lipped, leaving the public hungry for every scrap of information. Legal teams from both sides have reportedly been engaged in intense talks, preparing for potential lawsuits over defamation, privacy violations, and breach of contract. Meanwhile, Joshua's fans pray for his swift recovery, hoping to see their hero back in the ring. But with the world watching, the stakes have never been higher. Right after the shocking crash news broke, the story didn't just simmer, it exploded like a bomb in the tight-knit world of boxing and social media. We're not just talking about a routine accident report. This scandal spiraled into a web of secrets, shady dealings, and jaw-dropping reactions that rocked fans, insiders, and even casual observers. Sources close to the scene, and I mean those who are literally under the radar, with fingers on every digital pulse, have spilled that the crash might not be just a tragic accident. Oh no. Rumors have been flying that this collision was linked to a deeper feud, one that's been brewing quietly between none other than Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul ever since their bruising, headline-grabbing fight. Why? Well, insiders suggest the tension wasn't just inside the ring, but spilled over into their off-screen lives. Let's face it, Jake Paul isn't exactly the poster boy for humility, and his mouth has been known to outpace his fists. Add to that Anthony's recent legal wranglings, financial pressures, and a crew that's rumored to be more than just a little shady, and you've got a recipe for disaster. One unnamed source told us the crash was suspicious. Not just an accident. There are whispers of sabotage. Someone didn't want Joshua to come back swinging. Now, I'm not saying who, but let's just say those who stand to lose the most from Joshua's comeback have been busy plotting. Digging deeper, we uncovered something that's almost laughably extravagant, a lifestyle so wild it seems ripped from a tabloid fever dream. Multiple anonymous insiders have leaked details about luxury trips, expensive cars, and parties that went way beyond the public eye. And guess what? Money was flying everywhere, but not always in the most legal ways. One insider claims there were payoffs, hush money, and shady contracts. Some of Joshua's associates have been funneling cash to keep certain things quiet, including, allegedly, that crash. Sounds like a Hollywood thriller. You bet. But these are the kind of things that make or break careers. The bigger picture? It appears there's a tug-of-war over power and money behind the scenes. With Joshua's accident putting his career on pause, Jake Paul's camp has been oddly silent, fueling speculation that some deals or threats are being exchanged in the shadows. As news spread, the internet exploded. Fans, commentators, and influencers rushed to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to air their thoughts, fears, and conspiracy theories. The hashtag Joshua Crash quickly trended worldwide, dividing the boxing community and casual followers alike. Some fans showed fierce support for Joshua, praising his resilience and wishing him a speedy recovery. Others, however, weren't shy about questioning the authenticity of the crash, branding it a stunt or PR move to gain sympathy and distract from previous losses. One viral tweet summed it up: "If this was real, how come no clear footage?" Feels like another Jake Paul drama playbook. Meanwhile, conspiracy theorists claimed the crash was orchestrated by shadowy figures trying to manipulate the fight scene to their advantage. The public reaction was nothing short of a digital battlefield. Comment sections filled with heated debates, memes mocking both sides, and fans picking teams faster than a championship round knockout. As you'd expect, media outlets didn't hold back. Tabloids, sports blogs, and entertainment news were all over the story like vultures circling fresh prey. Exclusive, insider interviews popped up overnight, with experts claiming to reveal secret audio recordings, hidden camera footage, and texts that supposedly confirmed the growing tension. One such exclusive included a leaked voice message allegedly from Jake Paul, caught mid-rant about the crash. "This ain't over. Joshua's luck ran out, but my game's just starting." Whether authentic or cleverly doctored, clips like these sent fans into a frenzy, adding fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Joshua's team responded cautiously, releasing cryptic statements about focusing on recovery and dismissing rumors as distractions. But here's where things get murky. Sources say the boxer's camp is quietly preparing for a legal onslaught, not just lawsuits over the crash, but also to counteract potential slander from Jake's side. The scandal isn't just drama, it's hitting the wallet hard. Leaked documents suggest significant financial losses for sponsors and promoters tied to Joshua's fight schedule. Some contracts are said to have clauses activated by injury or event cancellations, which could trigger massive payout demands or cancellations. One insider told us, "We're seeing sponsors pulling ads, canceling endorsements, and promoters scrambling." This isn't just about a boxer's health, it's a full-blown financial crisis in the boxing world. Adding to the mess, there are whispers about insurance investigations. The car crash is reportedly under scrutiny, with claims surfacing about the vehicle's maintenance records, driver error, and suspicious timing. If investigations uncover negligence or foul play, the legal fallout could be catastrophic. Now, Jake Paul, never one to stay silent during a media storm, took to social media with a reaction that shocked even his staunchest fans. His message wasn't just a typical, "get well soon." Instead, it was a calculated mix of sympathy and thinly veiled threats. Life is much more important than boxing, but when the time comes, this fight is far from over. This statement sent tongues wagging. Is it a peace offering? Or a warning? Fans are split. Some see it as Jake trying to appear magnanimous, while others smell a strategic ploy to keep public attention while Joshua's sidelined. Interestingly, Jake's social media exploded with cryptic posts hinting at upcoming surprises and moves that will change the game. Could he be gearing up for a career-defining comeback of his own? Or is this just part of a larger, behind-the-scenes power play? The boxing community is no stranger to controversy, but this latest saga has revived a long-standing debate. Are these mega fights actually scripted? Especially when personalities like Jake Paul, known more for his social media antics than boxing prowess, enter the ring, suspicion runs high. Fans argue that the fight between Joshua and Jake Paul might have been a show, designed to maximize profits and clicks rather than pure competition. They point to the shocking injuries, sudden career shifts, and now this crash as signs of a staged spectacle. A popular fan forum recently exploded with threads titled, "Joshua vs. Paul, the fight that was too perfect and who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes?" Whether fact or fiction, these discussions have kept the scandal alive, turning casual viewers into amateur detectives, each trying to piece together the real story behind the headlines. And just as we're peeling back the layers on this tangled mess, but hold on to your seats, because the fallout from Anthony Joshua's crash and Jake Paul's explosive reaction isn't just shaking the boxing world, it's threatening to topple empires, ruin reputations, and rewrite the very rules of celebrity and sport. Behind closed doors, the legal teams are sharpening their swords. Multiple sources reveal that Joshua's camp is gearing up for what could become one of the most vicious courtroom battles in sports history. And they're not just fighting over who's responsible for the crash, no, this is about defamation, contract breaches, and maybe even allegations of conspiracy. Imagine the courtroom drama, lawyers trading blows fiercer than any ring fight, bombshell evidence dropped like verbal knockout punches, and witnesses ready to spill secrets that could destroy careers. And with both camps reportedly hiring some of the sharpest legal minds money can buy, this saga is far from reaching its climax. But the legal skirmishes are only one part of the chaos. The financial repercussions are sending shockwaves through sponsors, promoters, and even streaming platforms. Big-name brands that once lined up to back these fighters are now reportedly reconsidering their investments, unwilling to be caught in the crossfire of controversy. One insider shared, sponsorship deals are being paused or canceled. Advertisers don't want their names linked to scandals, especially when public sentiment is so divided. And with millions of dollars hanging in the balance, these decisions could cripple the business side of boxing for months to come. Meanwhile, the fans? Oh, they're not just watching, they're living this drama online. Social media has become a battleground, with hashtags like #JusticeForJoshua and #TeamJake trending simultaneously, each camp battling for narrative supremacy. Reaction videos, meme wars, conspiracy theories, and heated debates flood timelines every minute. Some fans swear Joshua is the victim of a ruthless plot, while others defend Jake Paul as the underdog rising from the ashes. Adding to the frenzy, a series of leaked videos and audio clips have surfaced. One viral clip allegedly shows a heated confrontation between Joshua's team and unidentified figures shortly after the crash. Another, a voice memo, has Jake Paul declaring, "This isn't just boxing, it's war. And I'm ready to fight on every front." Of course, verifying the authenticity of these leaks is tricky, but in today's digital age, perception often matters more than truth. And the public is eating it up. As if that wasn't enough, rumors are swirling about possible involvement from high-profile figures outside the boxing ring. Whispers hint at shadowy financiers, sports promoters, and even government officials who may have stakes in the outcome, adding layers of intrigue worthy of a blockbuster movie. Some speculate that the crash was a distraction orchestrated to cover up other scandals lurking beneath the surface, including insider betting scandals and backroom deals that could shake the entire sports betting industry. On the health front, questions about Joshua's recovery dominate headlines. Doctors remain tight-lipped, but insiders say the injuries could sideline him for an extended period, casting doubt on upcoming fights and his long-term career. Meanwhile, Jake Paul is rumored to be ramping up his training, eyeing the next big fight, perhaps against a new opponent or even a rematch with Joshua once he's cleared to return. Whether this will lead to redemption or further drama remains to be seen. But here's the kicker, through all the legal battles, media storms, and fan wars, there's a deeper question hanging in the air. What does this scandal say about the modern world of celebrity, sport, and social media? In an era where image is currency, privacy is scarce, and every move is scrutinized, Joshua and Jake Paul's saga is a cautionary tale about the price of fame. Behind the glitz and glory lies a tangled web of power struggles, money games, and personal vendettas, a reminder that for every public victory, there's a private battle raging in the shadows. So, what happens next? Will Anthony Joshua rise from the ashes stronger than ever? Will Jake Paul's calculated moves pay off? Or are we witnessing the slow unraveling of a spectacle built more on drama than sport? That's where you come in. What do you think? Is this a genuine tragedy, a well-played media stunt, or something far more sinister? Who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes? And most importantly, where do you stand in this high-stakes drama? If this story got your heart racing and your mind spinning, don't forget to hit that like button, because there's plenty more where this came from. Drop your hottest takes and wildest theories in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve, subscribe and ring that notification bell for every explosive update. Because in this game of fame, fortune, and fury, one thing is certain: the gloves are off, and the fight is just getting started.